cars are, and today I'm showing you guys this beautiful 1984 CJ7 Jeep and why I think it is the best Jeep of all time. I'm going to give you my very biased opinion on why that is. Because I've driven bigger Jeeps, I've driven faster Jeeps, I've driven more comfortable Jeeps, more practical Jeeps, but this one is perfection on Jeep wheels. Just an awesome machine all around. A little background on this Jeep: it is my friend Bill's Jeep. It was originally an inline 6. Underneath the hood there is a V8. It is an AMC V8, which earlier 7s and CJ5s, they came with AMC 304 V8s. In '84 they were phased out prior to that. So you couldn't get a V8 originally in this Jeep, and it has been swapped in. They are not super powerful, but it makes all the right noises, and the Jeep doesn't weigh very much, so it feels like more power than there actually is. Jeep is pretty low mileage. I'll show you guys the odometer in a little bit here, but very well taken care of and just a really fun summer toy. Very off-road capable. Just a nice all-around Jeep. The 1984 CJ7. Obviously, aftermarket tubular bumper with some LED or HID fog lamps there. Then I've installed these Quadratec LED lights, which surprisingly they look very good. And this thing will light up the dark side of the earth, or the dark side of the moon rather, when it is nighttime. I like the tubular bumper, that's a good look. Then onto these are American Racing wheels, and they've got a slotted mag look, but they're all black. Right now it's all dirty because he takes this down dirt roads and trails, just like a Jeep should. It's a phony bead lock, those aren't real. You got your worn lockout hubs, and it's running on General tires. He did have me put on some more all-season tires that had the General Grabber ATXs on. He just didn't like how aggressive they were. Personally, I would have stuck with those. But this green on tan combo is just almost perfect. I love the look of that. Really a good look. And the seats, you know, the tan saddle seats, really a nice look. They look really premium. Look like, you know, like Ferrari leather. In reality, they're more like a marine grade vinyl than a leather. But nice carpet, best top floor mats. He actually has a best top bikini top, but right now it's laying in the back here. Subwoofer in the, I believe that's a best top center console. It's got a kicker subwoofer in it, lockable storage. And here we'll see 42,000 original miles. It is a 4-speed. Most of them are 3 speeds. These transmissions aren't known to be extremely strong, but it is really fun. And the gearing is tall enough where it doesn't really scream going down the highway. Tubular bumper in the rear and some amazing dual exhaust. I'll fire it up in a little bit, and it sounds phenomenal. My father actually built that exhaust. Aftermarket tail lights. One thing I wish we did with this thing is a matching spare on the back. That would have been perfect. Otherwise, it is such a great look. Doesn't need the giant tires, big lifted suspension. It's all stock suspension aside from, you know, upgraded shocks and everything. It's got clicker, I think they're like Rancho shocks, but rides really nice, drives great, and mostly original. Alright, here we are at the back of the Jeep. Let's fire this bad boy up and give you guys a listen to this sweet sounding dual exhaust system. One of the tips is bent. I don't know what happened there, but it sounds majestic for all. I think it makes 160 horsepower. doesn't that sound sweet? Another neat addition of this, installed a train horn. Here we have all the lights. HIDs are a little too blue, but they do light up everything real good. Here's those Quadratech LEDs. God, they are sweet looking. Really gives this Jeep a neat look. Alright guys, it's a totally different day. I'm wearing totally different clothes because last time I tried to take off, go for a drive. It started horrendously downpouring, so I just had to tuck tail back into the garage. But now we're driving. I've got my camera just balancing there right now, so no hard accelerations. But let's go down the road with the old CJ7 Jeep. Listen to this baby. Into fourth gear, just idling down the highway. It does pretty good up to about 55, and then after that this thing is a little squirrely. You know, short wheelbase, you hit a bump and it kind of, it'll pull you around a little bit, but the ride quality is great. It rides fairly soft, it's not harsh riding, and as far as old CJ Jeeps, this is the best one I've ever driven. Most of these are really stiff and they're way worse driving than this. This one's pretty tight, fairly stable for what it is. It's just a short wheelbase and the narrow track width that does the end. But what a great motoring experience. No top, no doors, you know, V8 exhaust just rumbling behind me. The seats are really comfortable. It's got a nice, you know, modern stereo with a subwoofer in the center console, so the sound quality is really good. I love it. Just a great experience. I was telling one of my friends, you know, I've got a Pontiac GTO convertible. This gives you kind of the same experience as the GTO, but you can take it off-road. You know, the top is down, there's no top on it. No doors, so you're really hair in the air, you know, experiencing this. I've got my shorts on, here we are. You know, leg out, driving along. I mean, that's probably not recommended, but you can do it. You can do it all in a CJ7 Jeep with a V8, baby. This isn't no 4-liter or 258 straight 6. It just sounds glorious. It sounds like this thing's packing 500-600 horsepower. It sounds like a muscle car. But it's just an old Jeep. But it's so great. What a great experience. I am loving this thing. And my camera's about to fall. There you can kind of see back seat, these nice saddle tan seats. Again, they kind of look like leather or like a premium vinyl, but I don't know what they're made of. It's like a marine grade vinyl almost. They, oh, there's my hand. They seem to hold up pretty good. This thing is always outside in the sun and driving around. Granted, it doesn't have a whole lot of miles, only 42,000, but yeah. You got your nice little grab handles for the roll bar, for those back passengers. It's actually a decent amount of legroom. It's not like the Scout that I was reviewing before. That had like, I'm 6'6", I could fully extend my legs in that Scout, but here, let's do a little acceleration. And I got let go and shift. Hopefully it's not just constant wind noise on my damn camera. It doesn't have the greatest mic, but hopefully you can hear that music to my deaf eardrum. God, it sounds so good. The exhaust on this, it's just stock 304, manifolds, 2-barrel carburetor. This thing is not built up to extreme. It's pretty mellow, but it's just like 2 1/4 inch dual exhaust system with high flow cats, and it just sounds glorious. I welded some exhaust tips off a 2015 Ford Explorer onto it. They sound good. I mean, everything, it's cool. It's really cool. Why don't we take this bad girl off-road and see how it does. We're just going to do not real off-roading, just kind of soft-roading. But see how it does. Maybe we can test out the 4x4. We are in northern Wisconsin, and there's not like super hardcore trails around here, but it's always fun to hit dirt in a Jeep, you know? Like I was saying before, you get the experience of a convertible muscle car, kind of, but you get to go off-road. So, let's try this. And there we are. Off the main highway, heading back into the woods. Hopefully the camera doesn't bounce around too much for y'all. Here, why don't I show you guys instead of just, you know, looking at me. I wouldn't want to look at this anyway, so we'll show you the trail. Ooh, look at that engine, or listen to it. Driving the CJ7 off-road. Well, realistically, we are driving down an old railroad grade, which is currently a snowmobile trail. So it's more like driving down a gravel road, technically off-road. Don't think I'm going to be needing to use a 4x4 anytime soon. That being said, a lot of bumps, small moguls, that kind of stuff. For being a short wheelbase SUV, rides pretty good. Especially leaf sprung, solid axle, short wheelbase SUV. Doesn't ride too bad. So, not complaining one bit on the ride quality. You hit some of the bigger potholes, and if there's like consecutive moguls, it will, like, you get a lot of like shake through the steering wheel, kind of like cowl shake. We'll go through a little technical section here. I should be able to make all of this in 2-wheel drive, no problem. It does bounce you around a bit. It doesn't ride. Yep, see. Okay. I was giving it all these props for the ride. When you really get off-road, it's a little bouncy. Granted, I'm on street tires, they're not aired down. Stock leaf spring suspension, just with some nice like clicker Rancho, I think they're Rancho shocks. Probably could use better shocks than this. Like some nice Bills AMC, I don't know, anything. But it seems to do pretty good. We've got a small obstacle here. If we can see it. It's very small, but so there's a spike from a railroad tie pointing straight up. I am being absolutely eaten alive. These mosquitoes are brutal. Over here like a freaking caveman. Sweating. I am just getting devoured by mosquitoes. This is ridiculous. You can't see them on video, but they are everywhere. I sound like a big wuss, but they are like, it's like a cloud of mosquitoes. I don't know how to describe it. They are brutal. What do they call them? The Alaskan state bird. They're not as big here, but they are millions of them. Oh my god. I am like coated in mosquitoes. I need to get this spike out. Otherwise myself or somebody's tire is going to get this. I have no tools with me. No shovels. I'm ready to pass out from these things. I just inhaled a bunch. Okay, well, I'm gonna go around this. I'll come back. I promise, I'll come back for this spike. Here it is right here. There's the Jeep tire. All I wanted was a cool shot of this Jeep. Okay, that wasn't challenging at all. Alright, this is going to be the end of the video. This was the 84 Jeep CJ7 with the V8. I'm going to end this video now out here on the trail. So I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. I don't know if you can see them buzzing around, but they are tearing me apart. They're everywhere. There's just swarms of them. So unreal year for mosquitoes here in northern Wisconsin, but I hope you liked this amazing V8 powered CJ7, and hopefully I showed you guys why I love it so much. I've been working on it since I was that big. Well, not actually, not out of the womb. That's not true at all. But since I was a very young child, as long as I can remember, I've been hanging around or working on this Jeep with my father, and I am just happy I get to continue that tradition and have some fun with it, because the owner is incredible. So thank you, Bill. You're a great guy. Thank you for letting me spend some time with your baby. And we will see you guys later, because I'm getting devoured. I gotta go home. Bye.